Ladies and gentlemen, greatest ever.
Big body beamer with the 22s floating. Windows down with the whole top open. Hit the switches, let's bounce down the road to the show. Let's go. Here we go, here we go.
没错，如果有经过我们 DJ 上后面的朋友，大荧幕有拍到你的话，也可以跟我们大荧幕挥挥手。然后你现在呢，听到我们现场的任何刷碟声呢，都是由我们 DJ 上亲自刷出来的。Let's go！
I got a flight in the morning. I see what you've been trying to do, and I'm a mission aborted. You think I never pay attention? In my mind, I'm recording. I'm about to win and ruin all your goals and dreams out of boredom. Riding around with homies like we run the city. Looking fresh and feeling like a millie.
好，欢迎所有新庄体育馆新北光的球迷朋友们再度回到我们的球场。我是今天的主持人，球给彭尊的彭尊。
哎呦 ，What's up？ 我是你们今天的主持人，我的名字叫做汉地 Handy。当然呢，还有我们最强的 DJ 生。OK， 现场的球迷朋友们，大家好。
那今天呢，将面对的是桃园璞园领航员，绝对呢会是一场硬仗，所以希望所有的球迷朋友们能够发挥比以往都还要更大的应援声，来帮助我们场上的禁卫军。
没错，那所以你们手上的拍拍扇就非常重要了。等一下呢，有时间的时候，大家可以先折好你们的拍拍扇，拿起你们的拍拍扇，跟着节奏一起敲打，为我们新北国王应援。那非常开心呢，又可以在我们新庄城堡跟各位一起度过愉快的周末。那我们呢，现场也准备了非常多的美食摊位，让大家可以在进场看球的时候有更多美食的选择。那我们本周呢，与我们的小美冰淇淋合作一系列的活动，准备给大家玩，让大家可以有吃又有玩，一起 having fun。
那讲到美食呢，今天进场的朋友都可以拿到我们 Dentist Day 牙医选提供的口腔喷雾，好不好？在你吃完美食之后呢，就可以来让你的口气呢还是保持清新。那数量都有限呢，所以大家要把握机会。
好的，那我们城堡周边呢，除了有 Area 02城堡夹鞋机、王道银行、Global Mall 环球购物中心所准备的活动之外，还有小美投篮神射手活动。那只要闯关呢，就可以有机会获得小美可丽露冰淇淋，还有小美冰淇淋以及小美时尚保冷袋。那以上呢数量有限，送完为止。欢迎进场的球迷朋友们多多利用时间呢去参与。
那本周呢，我觉得最有意义的活动就是救鞋救命国际基督关怀协会。我们和他们合作呢，除了禁卫军他们已经捐出他们可能比较少穿的球鞋呢，才可以帮助更多的小朋友们。那今天呢，你只要到2楼摊位救鞋救命呢，你就有机会可以获得一次抽奖的机会。那奖品呢，就是中场呢会抽出一位，奖品是由禁卫军签名的篮球。如果你今天没带也没有关系，之后呢，粉丝专页上面呢也都会有后续的活动，大家呢有多余的球鞋呢都可以救鞋救命。
没错，欢迎呢我们诚挚的邀请大家一起来跟我们参加这个救鞋救命的活动哦。好，那我们今天呢也有我们的禁卫军预测，也就是我们的第2节第2位抢下篮板的禁卫军。那想要参加预测的球迷朋友们，可以到我们的预测摊位，在比赛开始前呢投下你神圣的一票，我们将会抽出一位赠送环球 Online 购物金3000元一张。
那昨天呢，也有来球场的朋友，应该就会对我们的中场小游戏吃小美投篮挑战赛有点印象，非常非常的有趣。中间呢，还必须吃完冰淇淋，然后再做个上来。等一下呢，会找到呢现场的6位球迷朋友们，让我们中场呢一起边吃冰边挑战。那冠军的朋友呢，可以获得小美的30盒冰淇淋，让大家带回家。
哇，30盒哦，让大家是这个一天就可以吃一个，刚好吃1个月哦。好的，那我们呢在比赛开始之前，让我们用最大的暴动声，让我们欢迎新北国王大队 New 台北 Queens。
808s held down like a paperweight. She just wanna come around, but I made a way. Want my money needed now on a paper chase. Make the bass blow out with the 808s, out with the 808s, down like a paperweight. She just wanna come around, but I made a way. Want my money needed now on a paper chase. Make the bass blow out with the 808s, out with the 808s. Wait. They just told me slow my drinking like the AA. I just couldn't even answer with a straight face. If you try to do me dirty, make us playmate vacate. Took it to my place, hey, thinking how I'm picking on you, lick up in the trap. Kick it with the click and keep on creeping with the gap. Acting all the act, don't know how to act. Some nigga check my shit and my bitch brought it right back.
Hey, like I ain't on 1, 2, 3 pop. Like I ain't finna bust when my homeboy make the fucking beat drop. Like I ain't rich, like I ain't so. Not a near record platinum and there go. Like I ain't dripped, like I ain't froze. Like I ain't made $250,000 for a show. Like I ain't big, like I ain't huge. Like I ain't shit, like I ain't paid dues. Like I ain't full, like I ain't cool. Like I ain't built an empire in the zoo. Like I ain't a fixture. I never knew Twister. I never did music for the Alpha Dog picture. Like I never script the pledge in the scripture. I had a hit song by my own liquor mixture. Do it like I wasn't a starter, there wasn't a Carter. Easy. Wasn't an order, my cousin the water. Easy. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. That's loving the heart of stuffing and charted. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of part of. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people. Nothing was bartered with busting and touching the heart of people.
现场尖叫声给我们的 New Taipei Queens， 非常精彩的全新表演，感谢我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens。
相信诸位已经迫不及待要迎接这场新北国王面对桃园璞园领航员，双方球员准备就绪。首先为各位介绍客队桃园璞园领航员篮球队，0号周怡翔。2号陈玉瑞，6号关达佑，7号乔楚瑜，8号陈玉涵，9号李学林，10号林子伟，21号博朗，25号林正。接下来进场的是先发5人 ，Starting 5，5号密克斯，12号李家康。30号白耀成，42号 Washburn，69号卢俊祥，董事长李宗树，总教练卡米诺斯，助理教练及球员发展总监杨一峰，助理教练黄启峰、马一宏、韩伟杰，数据分析师柯焕维。请所有球迷朋友们将目光移至上方大荧幕。
多打到1号位了，吸收经验了。现在是 Randall 要付出代价，林书豪变挡加速，净转加码。
邀请所有新北国王的球迷们用更大的欢呼声来支援我们的球员。现在进场的是新北国王 Number 24， 关键大心脏小胖洪志善。Number 10， 禁卫军弓箭手微笑射手 JJ 简佑哲。Number 72， 观众就爱看小丽林立人。Number 3， 新北禁卫军陈俊南。Number 19， 皇家大锁方哥林俊邦。Number 55， 空中冲锋部队 Kenny Manigo。Number 17， 我大苏西苏世轩。Number 11， 新北皇家坦克王柏志。Number 7， 展现王者风范，掌控全场节奏 ，Germany 林书豪。接下来进场的是先发5人 ，Starting 5。Number 1， 左右开弓，90力林书伟。Number 9， 全能后场指挥官，西北飙风玫瑰李凯燕。Number 25， 禁卫军高炮台 Austin Day。Number 35， 禁区糖果男孩温丢 Louis。Finally，Number 6， 禁卫军士官长，新北的阿美族战士杨敬明。中间 run 向助理教练 Mark Pella 林振宇，球队经理洪志虎，球队助理洪承渊，心理咨询师 Clay Danner， 首席体能教练张崇熙，体能教练刘振宇，防护员邱国凯、吴崇豪，数据及影片分析师李维恩，总经理毛家恩，执行长陈信生，董事长王文祥。
好的，现场的球迷朋友们，我们这边呢邀请到我们新北国王啦啦队 New Taipei Queens 呢来到我们的场中央，为我们新北国王一起加油应援。所以这时候呢，可以拿起你们的排排扇，折好你们的排排扇，需要你们跟着节奏一起敲打。好的，我们的女王们也都准备好了，我们需要大家呢拿起你们的排排扇。那我们首先呢，先从我们的防守一起来练习哦。那我们一起来捍卫我们的王城吧 ，Let's go！ 防守，防守，
防守，
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 防守，防守， 防守。OK， 这就是我们的防守。那接下来呢，我们进攻的时候就是我们的新北国王。OK，DJ 上 ，Let's go。新北国王，新北国王，新北国王，新北国王。OK， 这就是我们的防守以及我们的进攻。我们的防守跟新北国王。那接下来我们要播放我们的主题曲。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. It's the Pauian Pilots against the new Taipei Kings from Xinzhang Gymnasium. One box on the season checklist. With a win tonight, the Pauian Pilots will be in the Season 4 playoffs. They were the first to 20 wins this season thanks to 8 straight wins in a row starting in mid-March against the Kings. Well, we don't have a result with the Dreamer Steelers game going into overtime thanks to Weber. Zhang Bowei's 3-point buzzer beater, well, near buzzer beater, I should say. Yesterday, the Braves took a victory and marched a little closer to the Lioneers, who lost to the Dreamers yesterday. We're still trying to determine the top 4 teams in the regular season who will move on to the P.LEAGUE playoffs. On the other side, just as the Kings kind of thought they had some momentum going, a 28-point loss last night to the Braves certainly has us wondering if and when are they ever going to regain that early season mojo. On the Mandarin broadcast, Julian, Lin Zilong, and on the right, Mark, 球梦回球迷朋友们，你找到了英文转播哟，要听志龙跟奎哥的讲评，当然就按照中文的转播链接。谢谢你的收看，记得我们 P.LEAGUE 的转播都要按赞。As mentioned, the Kings played yesterday. So let's get our introduction started with the Pilots having their winning streak snapped on the road against the Dreamers. Last week in Hsinchu, they took care of business 106-96. They will continue with their Emperor trio of Meeks, Brown, and Washburn, which has had the best winning percentage, 12 wins, 2 losses at 86%. After losing the first 3 out of 4 games of the season for them, which happened to be against the Kings, they have won their last 3, having last played on March 2nd, so it's been a little while. The 2 teams will have to get reacquainted on the basketball floor. On the other side, the Kings, they also defeated the Lioneers last week, but played last night, were shut down by the Braves to what some may call a very amoeba defense, putting man defense on the ball and a lot of zone behind them, forcing the Kings to a season-low 74 points at home. They are still looking for their first win at home since February 6th. I venture to guess, though, they will have a better game today. It was just such an anomaly. None of their imports scored in double digits. Joe and Kyle combined only 2 points on 0 of 220 shooting.
The lineup was decided before the game that Braves and Kings played yesterday. Was more on base on what the team maybe need for today, the game. We think that the Kings can be running and where we can be more productive on the offense and not more looking on what happened yesterday, because it's something that even before the game was decided. I think there are so many players at this moment, being with most of them 1 year, how I work, what I want on the court. This season is being like easily on the moment. Like even I start saying something, they know the way that I'm going to be talking, and the players that at this year, especially with Sean or Ryan, they are really mind open. Maybe with Sean it's easier because he speaks English, he understands English, and he's been really good help for me, for the teammates, with his experience. But there's no one specific player that really follow or help me because most of them were last year, and we are continuing with the work that we started 1 year before.
Here's Iryu Caminos from Basque, his second year with the Taoyuan Pilots program. Last year, they were also racing ahead in the standings thanks to 10 straight wins, but then also paired that with a 9 straight loss stretch in the second half of the season and ended up being 3rd place in the Plus League. Currently, if you recall the standings table we first showed, in the games standings tie with the Dreamers with a slight percentage advantage, having played a few less games. They only have 2 home games remaining, as do the Dreamers for the rest of the way, if we're considering that kind of strength of schedule. Mentioning Zoe Xiang came over to the Pilots in a trade with the Steelers for Si Jingyao and Chen Guanquan, and the draft selection that turned into Ali Daniel. On the other side, spoke to JJ Jianyouze, who had a standout 14 points, a personal high in Season 4 last night, in only 14 minutes, so very efficient. His personal Plus League high is 20 points back in Season 2. But coming off the bench and contributing, definitely something, one positive takeaway we can have for the Kings' performance yesterday. Asked about the adjustments they'll make and his role coming off the bench.
第3节遇到他们防守的辩证，就是我觉得这是我们目前现在需要去改善的问题，因为我们都是第3节被拉开的，然后就是教练团也希望我们能够在第3节能够好好的维持在上半场这种能量，然后希望在往后的比赛可以改善这一点。就是因为我的工作其实蛮简单，就是上来帮助球队得分，然后做好自己的防守，然后希望能就是可以帮助球队更多。然后至于信心的部分啊，就是教练团跟队友都给我很大的信心，让我可以有那种就是有一点空档都可以去出手的那种自信心。然后就是自己的状况其实还算 OK， 所以就。他们也蛮给我信心，然后让我大胆去出手。
Jianyouze saying that they'll have to be ready for new defensive looks, and the coach's primary message was to keep up their energy and fight through anything. As for his personal role, he said it's his job to score off the bench. Don't forget to play defense as well, and his confidence comes from both the coaching staff and his teammates alike. They even are most receptive for him to take any shot where he's got any opening. Jianyouze played in not too far away Jianxing University. He and many other professional ball players in Taiwan. So, looking at the season matchup, as mentioned, the Pilots won the last 3 after dropping the first 3. As we look at the referees, Tong Xiuhui, Chen Hongmin, and Wang Lisang from left to right, and that means it's time to get to the starting lineups for the 2 teams. For the road team, it's Ethan Bayouta, Jackie Lee, Jiakang Justin, Lu Junshan next to Kennedy Meeks and Jason Washburn. A very familiar look for the Pilots with those 3 locals. And a slight adjustment for the Kings. Joseph Lin, number 1, is in there. Next to Kyle Lee Kai-yin, taking the place of Su Shun. Yang Jiming is in there, along with Austin Day, who pulled into the starting lineup, along with Wendell Lewis. Yesterday, it was Kenny Manigault and Su Shun, kind of at the 3 and 4 positions. Lee Kai-yin and Austin Day, they've had their last 4 games coming off the bench, so first start in 5 games. Previously, Lee Kai-yin had 19 straight starts to the season. First game off the bench and then a start, then we're into the final stretch I was talking about. Previously, Day Had 6 straight games scoring in double digits, 14 points per game on a very efficient 51% shooting. We'll see if these changes will make a difference. The Kings will be wearing their white New Taipei jersey, and the Pilots will be wearing Coach's navy blue set. One thing about the Kings that will actually affect the Pilots is they really start pushing the pace. Both teams have the high of split of fast break points scored against each other versus their other opponents. Kings 16.5 points, Pilots 12.5 points. And Pilots 92.8 possessions per game against the Kings is their highest against any opponent. And it's reflected in their wins and losses in the first 3 games. Only 7 fast break points per game versus 18 in the last 3 in this head-to-head matchup. Pilots will be attacking the basket on your left. The Kings will be going toward the basket on your right for the first half. The whistle, and Jason Washburn will win the tip. Making your Pauian at Abiso University down in Kaohsiung. Switch down low pass as Washburn's not deep positioning, but missing a close one. Kind of snuck behind Wendell Lewis back there. Lewis, the most recent addition to the King squad, as Joseph Lin will miss the runner. See about this out of bounds. It looks like it'll be white ball. Yesterday, the Kings got up to a 7-0 start. Jimmy got one up in the air, flipping up a pass. Wendell Lewis having trouble and blocked. Yang Jimmy anticipating contact, and the trailing official will come in to make the call. Our camera people believe Lee Jiakang. Well, no, that can't be true. Jackie didn't touch him. But it's probably Lee Jiakang guarding Yang Jingming, if not for Jeremy Lin, who is available and expect to come off the bench in this one. Yesterday, Yang Jingming in the starting role, 27 minutes played, 14 points scored. If you can believe it, only 2 Kings coming off the bench in double-digit scoring versus 1 Yang Jingming. Justin on a catch and shoot, just off. Now, 4-time Month MVP winner for the Pilots. Did a couple of times last year in also consecutive fashion. Quick double on Joe, and he finds an outlet as Lewis has got a deep position. Ball almost getting away, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Lee Pauian, sidestepper, too strong. A good defense, good recovery by the Pilots there to get back to their assignments. On the handoff and on the screen. Jason Washburn's got a lane with a one-handed slam. Assist to Pauian. Jason Washburn has said quite often that Pauian is their only true point guard, as not a connection between Day and Yang Jingming. Get another look at Washburn squaring up to the basket, making it hard to block the shot. Good feed. Ball off the back, and Pauian will take it away, but trying to get a pass off, turns it over instead. Numbers 4, the Pilots, as Ethan will line it up and miss as Washburn will score on the putback. Not on the second try for Lee Pauian. And Ethan will push the pace, looking for a matchup. find the spacing. The pilots will often run that outside motion as Jackie's no good from out there. Quick pass down forward and a free lane for Wendell Lewis to get the easy two. Joseph Lin will get credit for the assist, having pushed up court. Now Washburn on the jumper, no. Up ahead to Lewis again, ball gets away, and will stay with the Kings. And look, Jason Washburn pretty much the last line of defense, but when he missed the steal, no chance. So a 4-4 start to the ball game as Joe going back doors, flipping the pass to Lewis, and he will leave it short on the run. Ethan with space, protects the ball, dish out to Jackie, no, as Meeks down low, foul, count it. Kennedy Meeks running with the play, he'll get credit. Charlotte, North Carolina, West Charlotte, North Carolina, and University of North Carolina, his, shall we say, amateur career, or his biography from the start of his basketball career, we could say. Down low, nobody checking Lee Kai-yin, and he will drop it in. Good assist to Yang Jingmin. Now it's time to feed Meeks on the right block again and strip for the foul. Day acknowledging, putting his hand up. Another look. A nice find and good job by Lee Kai-yin to hang in there. Yesterday, the Kings had 20 assists. Not too bad, but 18 turnovers. With Braves on the other side, 24 and 18 respectively, as Meeks good for the first free throw. Meeks scores 17 points per game. That's what averages 11 rebounds. Second as Day will push it up. Now Pilots match up how they like. As Day's putting on a move. Pump fake to a pull-up jumper. Would have been nice. Ethan getting into the restricted area, turning and firing for a miss. But a quick steal by Jackie, as they do have Meeks down low. A second foul. Shot won't count as they got ahead and had to recover. 2 fouls on him. Good, decent no-look or misdirection pass by Jackie there, and will be not a baseline out of bounds, but a sideline out of bounds. Justin getting guarded by Lee Kai-yin. Screen forward, falling on himself and falling out of bounds. He got tripped up or lost his balance there. Coach Caminos. Controlling in front of the Pilots bench. Over on the other side, Coach Marchand. Out of Northern California. With the Lewis screen, Kyle firing a pass off to Joe. He's got an open look and airmails it. A couple of wide misses from the outside as Ethan giving up the open layup. Still have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jackie, a little bit of a wide pass. Going for the spin move, hit by Yang Jingmin for a foul. So now we know on the other side, Congratulations goes out to the Formosa Dreamers who have clinched the playoff spot. It took overtime against the Steelers, who haven't seen it in a little bit, but the story behind them is they've been playing with one or no imports for a stretch, and actually won 2 games last weekend against the Braves and Dreamers. So, you know, the Dreamers were out for revenge, but it took a little bit of time for even them to get ahead of the game. Pressure defense by Justin. Pauian gives it up and finds space. Now Lewis and Joe on the left side. Little handoff action. Pass deflected on the floor. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Joe floating it up and good. For the Kings and Kings fans, hopefully the start of a good bounce back game for Joseph Lin. I believe second in MVP voting last season. Needs to fire away from 3. Almost a steal again by the Pilots in their front court. Young Jingmi giving the chance. Slip pass getting through. Joseph Lin, the recipient, going to the free throw area and fouled from the side. Not a good contest, not a clean contest by the Pilots. The second by the Pilot squad. I think he was anticipating Joseph Lin to be a right-handed jump shooter, but that's not the case. Timeout on the floor. A little bit of a break for us. Pilots 10-8 to start this one off.
全场尖叫声给我们的新北国王八队 New Taipei Queens， 感谢我们的女王们。
The theme this weekend for the Kings is the Kings Playground, PLEAGUE. Trying to shake off yesterday's loss and get their first win at home in a long time. The 2 Joseph Lin free throws as we get back to action. Free throw didn't release quite right. Between Joseph Lin and Kyle, only 2 points, 2 of their main guys. So I do anticipate a bounce back as the ball getting away and the Pilots don't secure the rebound on the free throw. Miss, and Lewis there to clean up the mess. So they do get 2 points on the trip. What's also putting the Kings behind the 8 ball is between Wendell Lewis, Austin Day, and Kenny Manigault, only a combined 19 points, which was a plus league season low if you omit the Steelers playing without any imports. And indeed, kind of a bizarre stat considering there's been a number of games with 2, if not 1, imports on these active rosters. Now to the Kings imports credit, they have been a efficiency-wise okay shooting team. Downloading these, but Manigault jumps the pass. To be fair, they only the three gentlemen I'm speaking of, only took 20 shots, the lowest mark of the Kings season. And just really didn't get what they wanted going. Justin on the dribble pull-up, planks it. Alec Brown, fresh in the game, along with Taoyuan. The two of them on his side as Kenny Manigault this time does get the steal on the jump pass, but throwing it backwards. In a little bit of trouble there, but Joseph Lin will push it up ahead. And a 3-second call against Lewis, it looks like. Substitution for the Pilots, but perhaps same degree of front court pressure. Guan Dayo will take the ball out of the baseline and push it up ahead. Justin stripped from the side by Manigault. It's always danger territory when you try to get around number 55 as Joseph Lin's flip is tapped out. How about a second effort? Good. Tayo got a step but picked up the dribble. Kenny Manigault looks like they're trying to stick with his assignment on Brown. Leaks the fadeaway, still off. Looking for another jumper score as Manigault can't win, but on the board, will drop it. Before this inbound play, Jeremy Lynch checking in. And it looks like right away Caminos is going to match up with number 2 Taiyue, his primary defender. Jeremy trying to flip a pass. That's what he had in mind. And on the other side, Coach Marchand trying to urge his guys to apply some front court pressure. And that would make sense considering sometimes how long the Pilots' offensive sets take to run. Alec Brown, now guarded by Susishin. Good slip pass. Can't finish through the contact. A swarm of defenders around Jeremy, but they do bring the ball past the timeline. Now Susishin, the screen. Good defense by Guan Dayo, forcing a tough shot and a miss by Joe. Eventually a whistle comes. Meeks will head out. Jason Washburn will check back in. Trying to work with Lewis in the mid-range for a ball screen. Now Joe getting past Guan Dayo, flipping a pass, but blocked. No, a whistle comes. As Alec Brown recognizing the foul. Well, I mean, Lewis will have to earn it from the free throw line. Get another look. Guan Dayo tripped up. And a great feed by Joe there. Certainly an acrobatic play, but referees deemed there was some illegal contact. The player interviewed pregame, JJ, checking in. Lewis dropping in the first. Lewis, on the other hand, a Southern boy. A little bit of contact on the rebound, and JJ will take it away. Jason Washburn looks like took a shot to the sternum. Now he's back in action. And that one's in. Jeremy Lin giving the Kings a 15-10 lead.
下防守区域哦，准备一下，一起来，
Taoyuan coming up with the basketball and ducking away. Set to get Brown open, but it's Kenny Manigault with another steal. Now Kings turning up the energy as a foul in transition. Some words exchanged between Alec Brown and Kenny Manigault. They've been tangling quite a bit in this first quarter. Referees are going to let the players talk it over before Jeremy shoots these free throws, as former Summer League teammates Washburn and Jeremy keep the conversation going. So Washburn's addressed and now Jeremy's addressed. Pilots kind of famous for their three big import lineup, like I mentioned. And the Kings might even feel happy about having Kenny Manigault with his mobility and his quick hands to guard these bigs. Maybe create some steals and transition opportunities. After a miss, a make by Jeremy at the free throw line. Jason Washburn, dribble move, spinning into traffic and count it. A great answer by Jason Washburn, and the pilot section is quite loud in the building. Jason Washburn going right back, and you see through 3 or 4 bodies. I say that's a good way to stick up for your teammate. But the free throw is missed. The whistle on the outside and an unsportsmanlike foul call. Oh, the referee initially put up an unsportsmanlike. And it looks like a replay will be coming up. So at first he's gestured toward the scorer's table that it's a common foul by Taoyuan. We'll see about the afterward. It's not uncommon for one player to be fouled, but then in reaction throw his hands and arms back and maybe incur a specialty foul. The quick pace in the early part of the game has now given way to kind of a slugged out match. And there you see Jeremy's elbow going to Taoyuan's throat. Maybe a little unlucky for Taoyuan to get called for a personal, but Jeremy didn't exactly go down on his own power. Another look at Susan Shrimp coming around. Taoyuan's hand on the chest is not exactly clean defense. So number 2, Taoyuan, it's just going to be a personal foul. So a little quick stoppage for both teams. I'm sure the Pilots want to defend their guy. Taoyuan's good to go. Thankfully recovered after the hit and the fall. We'll definitely be looking out for it in the future.
Why we change the rules? He elbow. He has 3 elbow on the face. Sean was
It's understandable that Caminos is not happy that Jeremy can initiate that contact without consequences.
on the face. Yes, why we change the rule?
2 for 2 trips, so that'll extend the lead to 6. Brown getting it back. Now Taoyuan guarded by Manigal. Ball screen. Thought about it. Now will fire away. No. So it's been a hot minute since the Pilots got any offensive rhythm. Jeremy on the step back will leave it short as Washburn will regain himself after the rebound. Taoyuan driving, clutching but missing. Too much of the Kings' thick of defense. Oh, they got away with something there as JJ will miss. Wendell Lewis fighting hard and putting it back in. Looking up at the scoreboard, Lewis now with 7 points and a whistle on the outside. He sensed the frustration as I think Taoyuan tossed the ball right at the LED boards here in front of us. You can see Lewis fighting hard. Good hands play. Taoyuan will step up to the line. You can follow on with the stats on the game. PLeagueofficial.com/game/524. Pilots have not made a three-pointer yet on the game. Taoyuan made one and a second. They combined 34 points between these two teams. Manigal working with Lewis. Pulls up for 2. Yes! That's Kenny Manigal's first score of the game as quickly the other way, Washburn caught in the trap and whistle comes. Jeremy, I believe, with his second personal. The Pilots so far in the game, 6 for 9 at the line. The Kings on their side are 6 for 10. Two for one opportunity, slipping away as Jeremy's double. Now picked up the dribble. Manigal pulling up from 3. Last opportunity for the Pilots if they can run this clock all the way down. Getting away again, Manigal's hand. Gioza with a layup, it's in. 5 seconds left as the Pilots get up ahead. Alec Brown, a quick fire 3, no. And a poor way to end the quarter for the Pilots, but the Kings are certainly happy with the way they've bounced. Taking that second part of that first quarter really strong. We'll have to do a break before the start of the second quarter here from Xinzhuang.
好的，大家可以看一下我们上面的 Ken 摆出，好不好？你今天你觉得最有趣的表情或者是姿势，那如果呢我们觉得不错的话，可以到我们的小美冰淇淋摊位去领取你的冰淇淋。Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。哇，我弟弟吃得津津有味。好的， 我们呢一起来做一个很嗨的动作，或者是表情，对着我们的荧幕好吗？哇，这个是很嗨的表情吗，美女？没错，就是你，就是你。好的，记得呢，等一下可以到我们的小美冰淇淋摊位去领取你们的小礼物——小美保冷袋哦。Hello， 弟弟。哇，两位跟我们的荧幕挥挥手。Hello， 等一下记得叫你们爸爸妈妈带你们去小美冰淇淋摊位领取你们的小美保冷袋哦。Hello， 我又看到哦，小乖是我们的这个新北国王的这个铁粉，来跟我们大家挥挥手。等一下呢，记得呢要去领取我们的小美摊位兑换小美保冷袋哦。
Probably one of the bigger posters we've seen in recent days. More family members, but on the pilot side, welcoming in Regina, the 2-month-old baby of Jason Washburn and Elizabeth. Jason Washburn in his second year with the pilot. On the other side, a lot of friends between the import players and their families. That was Sarah, Kenny Manigault's significant other. Jeremy trying to get it off glass. It's created a run-out opportunity for the pilot. Sean going into the paint. Nothing called as the shot is missed. Jeremy ended up on the floor. Going to perhaps take a charge or defend well as Manigault will dribble it out of bounds. Jason Washburn from the middle of the key and slamming it. Where did that come from? Usually they kind of run that play for him to come underneath, but that time he popped up on top. And the dunk as Jeremy will cut through the lane and he'll lay it in. Good catch by Justin as the Pilots start their offensive set. 7 points for Jeremy. There you see on our scorebook. Lots of dribbling. They finally get it out of his hands. Now Justin, whistle comes. Free throws coming up. I think it's Kenny Manigault. Get another look at Jason Washburn gathering strength, and that's the good old hops of the excited father, I'm sure. He also has 2 boys. Backstage, Kennedy Meeks will check in for Alec Brown. Luke Shen stepping up to the line. He's averaging 16.6 points per game. This time the players jumped the gun there. 2 free throws. As long as we don't forget any.
刚刚差一点来不及发出噪音，这一次他准备好了吗？来喽！
Thankfully, it seems like the players are in the right free throw rebounding position as Justin makes 2. Now it's Lewis on the cross screen. Going to the right hand, almost. Transition screen as Washburn will catch it back, launch it, rebound to the Pilots. See Justin, a perfect catch and shoot, but no. Just like he warm up. Jeremy stopped by Meeks, but trying to find some room as they swing it. He'll try the runner, wildly missing, and the Pilots have a couple guys ahead. Justin's blocked. Chen eventually falls out of bounds. Good defensive play, but I would admit a little bit of comical fall. There you see, I don't know who to give it credit for between Jeremy and Sushishin. Gotta keep my eyes open. Substitution, Taoyuan and Jeremy, corresponding substitutions. Behind or the side, another foul. Justin will go to the line again. I think it's Kenny Manigault trying to chase him. Definitely a close call there. Family in attendance. As Yang Jingming and Austin Day and Joseph Lin will check in together. Pauian's not had the easiest time here. He did have one of his best games as a pilot to jumpstart his career, you could say. That was back on February 18th, if you can believe it. 16 points, 4 3-pointers made to win MVP that week. And that's after, in the very first game he played as a pilot, pulling his hamstring here in Xingzong. Pauian trying to keep pace with Joe. Nice timing play, and off the backboard. Joseph Lin perhaps is developing some rhythm. Pauian getting it on a bounce. 28 for the Kings. They're on your scoreboard. 23 for the Pilots. And the switch. Day will try the three and bottoms it. And would you believe it? I believe that is our first made three of the game. Meeks flop. Maybe on the second try. Looks like Sushishin got a hand on it at first. Losing balance, then delivering a pass. I think they have a mismatch, but Justin causes the takeaway. A 2-on-2, Meeks out of reach. Decent effort there by the Pilots, but a missed opportunity. And a look at, despite not too late with the switch, still enough daylight for Austin Day out there. Taoyuan and Tangle coming together. 5-out offense for the Kings as they're trying to get on the same page. Now on the switch. Backing down Pauian. To the pass. Tank losing the handle of it. Will eventually be a turnover. A little bit unlucky there as he did have good positioning. Timeout call on the floor. We'll see what the adjustments are after the break.
吃完冰淇淋之后上篮，或者是投篮。OK。
好，我们现在来邀请一下我们曹家兄弟。 曹佑琴、曹佑宁来帮我们
丢一颗，可以选择我们的这个观众朋友哦。
这两位绝对是今天最会投的，轻轻松松。那我们曹佑宁往这边好不好？哇，这个算面包啊！
这边有没有给我们一点尖叫声？
好，再一次呢，掌声给我们曹家兄弟曹佑琴、曹佑宁，欢迎你们来到新庄体育馆，欢迎你们。
然后我们来看看2楼的朋友 ，OK， 等一下捡到球的朋友。
The lower sections around the stadium look just about full. As we have more special guests, the Tall brothers, one playing baseball, one a basketball player. Commander and broadcast joking they can't tell who's who and who plays which sport. After a little bit of full court pressure, the Kings recover. He's got a switch as Jimmy fouls from behind. Good stop by Tank on the would-be score attempt by Washburn. Jimmy immediately get into a wrap. Tank would have had a clean block. Stepper, still off. Now with space. Nola's pass. Tank will lay it in. Austin Day will get credit for the assist. He's been stringing together their offense pretty good. That's their 5th assist on the game. Traffic. Ball get away. Tank down low and fouls right away. Sportsmanlike. Maybe worth a look. And now it's just going to be Ethan with the personal. I don't think Communities would be that happy with the Pilots alternating wins and losses to end the season, considering they look so flat. Bouncing that one off. Jackie giving a step by Yangimi. Getting it back. Now with the screen of Washburn deflected. Good hands by Joe as Ethan is working inside. And the ball will fall. Lyleton on the game now has 4 points. Pilots still trying to climb back in the game as a push foul behind. Second team foul by the Pilots, indicated by the white bars on the close to the bottom of the scorebook. Jeremy and Tony Ray coming in at 6:29. Mark that down. Biggs hook pass as Yang Jimin falls out of bounds. Interesting. Both times that Jeremy's come fresh in the game, it's a passing turnover. But the Kings do have a 3-possession lead as of right now. Good hands, and it's another turnover by the Pilots. Transition as Jason Washburn rejects Tank at the rim. Kicks it to Justin. Great baseline leaving from Leeds, and there's a good patient play by the Pilots. Pilots bench trying to contend for a foul as there you see the good block by Washburn. Was there a push from the back? Looking at a view of the lead official there. Back pass, Kennedy Meeks got on it. coast to coast, and a two-handed jam for number 5. Now with this defensive pressure by the Pilots, poke from behind, Jackie's got it, and a whistle. In danger of an unsportsmanlike, but right now just a common foul as Austin Day pulled over by Jeremy. Referees right now say a regular common foul. Pilots want him to review, but the referees won't give a case. If it's on Day, that's his 3rd personal, but it looked more like Jeremy was the one that committed the common foul. So in the confusion, substitution by the Kings.
You need to check. You need to check in the last. He breaks the fabric. In the last. Hello.
So a 3-point difference as Lee Jiakang off target. Getting into this, Kenny Manning off the roller and hit. He's taking a couple free throws. Oh, look, whether it's from Wu Jingxiang or Jackie botting him from down low. Seeing the camera angle in a bit from behind the glass. Manning Golf, 3 points on his afternoon, or turning into night. By my count, 9 Kings have already scored in the game. Pass from Meeks, 2 on him. He's gonna go right at Manigal and with 2 hands. Good big man move as again Lee Jiakang ambushing the Kings for a steal. Number 4 the Pilots as Justin lets it fly. No, Washburn. Take it slow as the Pilots get him a post up. Go nearby. Crowd counting down. Jackie's tough, but no. Might get the shot off clean down there. Just a 1-possession game. Double ball screen for Jeremy coming. Jackie on him. Previously the Jeremy defender for Polino. Skip pass as Joe maneuvers to some space, and that baseline floater has been his bread and butter. Giving the Kings just a teeny bit more breathing room. Pressing, probing, then passing. As he'll counter, and yes, off the floater himself. The whistle as it's like Joseph was just about to break the defense. You know, look, finally Justin driving into some space. One thing that I've kind of thought about in terms of basketball, big men go from setting solid screens to flipping a lot of screens. Deep pass as Wendell Lewis will just drop it out of bounds. No travel. Well, my point is that big men will go from screening to slipping so many of the screens or popping their screens. Sometimes you just need a solid screen. Looks like Justin left the ball behind. A big loop as Kenny Manigal will elevate and finish. Just like yesterday, having a highlight play for himself. Kind of think of a big rainbow feed from the all the way in the backcourt. With that, Jackie almost blocks it. There's Ray catching and firing. No. Look out, falling out of bounds, and it looks like our courtside chairs need a little bit of help more than Jackie. Good effort there. Smart by Taoyuan to not reach too much in this would-be dunk attempt. Taoyuan will check in for the Pilots, and at least when he was first in, he had such long possessions, a lot of dribbling, not a lot of movement, ball movement, I should say. Jeremy to Manigal, he'll give it a try. Got position, and still the jumper's been off for him. Flip passes. Wendell Lewis blows it at the rim. Would have been an assist to Joseph Lin there. Going backwards and in for Jason Washburn. He's got another dunk on the game. I wholeheartedly agree with people who say screen should be a stat. Well, I also remember that some people say dunk should be a stat. I don't know if it was a shot or a pass as it eventually goes out of bounds. Kenny Manigault and Wendell Lewis down there in the paint. Get another look at the nice slip pass, and this time we can give credit to Jeremy for being smart and Jason Washburn for having the swag on that play. 3 seconds on the shot clock as Joe way out on the perimeter. Ball getting loose and a shot clock violation. Great effort by Justin there. Pilots want to call timeout, finish this first half strong. Coming into this game, I looked it up, and you got some early run in the first quarter. But the best plus-minus player for this series between these two teams is actually Su Shen, who's plus 50 in 5 games. That's in 18 minutes per game in 5 games played, 4 points, 2.5 rebounds. But for real, the guy who's certainly played a lot, Jeremy Lin, 21.5 points per game in this series, plus 21 overall, including a very hot 9 of 17 3-point shooting.
Be ready if they come together, which side we come the first. This is the level of defense. We are good. And running. The last thing. Motion or any motion. Go.
So far on the game for the Pilots, Jason Washburn, 11 points on a 5 of 8 shooting, and Kennedy Meeks, though he's missed much, it seems like all his jumpers, still in a rather efficient 5 of 9 for 12 points, doing a couple of free throws. Meanwhile, on the King side of things, like I said, 9 players have scored as the ball gets away. Now a 3-on-1. Taoyuan to Kenny Manigault foul. Almost had an and one. Going to cue up the defensive play first of the Kings getting the takeaway. Taoyuan is 3 personal fouls, that is. His 7 points, Kenny Manigault earning 3 of them from the free throw line. perhaps Caminos will want to run that play again. Definitely was contending after the fact that teams were very physical. And Lewis trying to jump the pass as Watson will gather himself. Gather the pass as Justin will slip the feed to Washburn. Hanging in the air and the easy finish with the right-handed wrist flip. Not quite a hook shot, but I would call that a push shot. Whatever it takes to score. So the margin right now sitting at 3 as Joe big bouncing out. Lewis almost had the offensive rebound. Good hustle there. And just like that, Camino trying to get a sub to get Bayalta in. A little bit more offense. Ethan will wait for Washburn to join the offense. 6-second shot clock and game clock difference. It's a high ball screen set up right now. Taoyuan flipping back to Jason Washburn and an incredible finish. Hammering it home as the Kings try to put together a last play and a whistle first. Unfortunately, it will not count. Not exactly a good defensive play by the Pilots team. Definitely, I mean, as good as Jeremy is for deep range, I don't think giving up a 50-foot 3 is necessarily the bad thing. So we had an exclamation point at first, but a couple of free throws and maybe we'll have another miraculous play with 2.4 left on the clock. 8 points. Now still at 8 for Jeremy. 1 second left. Ethan from three-quarter court's got a chance. Hits the back of the rim. Maybe that's what they had in mind. 43 for the Kings, 41 for the Pilots as the two squads will head to the locker rooms, talk it over. We got a battle here from Xingtong. Halftime analysis after the following messages.
那我们今天的中场游戏呢是吃小美投篮挑战赛。好，那我们请6位朋友帮我们请上前好吗？好，在我们的桌子后面，谢谢。请移动到工作人员的方向，谢谢。好，面对我，感谢你们。可以帮我哪6位可以帮我举个手吗？爸爸确定要派出美眉吗？那个吃冰淇淋，昨天这个小朋友有吃到这个太冰了，你知道吗 ？OK， 好，我们的6位朋友，那我们2位一组。那好，爸爸跟这位穿着我们书豪球衣的一组，然后这2位是一起的吗？不认识的，那你们一组，然后你们2位一组。好，那我们的规则很简单，可以有看到2个小美冰淇淋。等一下呢，我会说。3、2、1的时候，你们都开始同时吃，先吃完的人往你的方向上篮或者是投篮都可以，只要进球就可以。投完之后跑回来拿起这个就是获胜者 ，OK 吗？好，那请我们的爸爸跟我们这位帅哥请上前。好的，我们呢？尽量好不好？尽量不要受伤，为主，好不好？尽自己所能，不能吃那么快也没关系，慢慢享受我们的小美冰淇淋哦。好，来准备，3、2、1，开始。好的，我们来看看两位帅哥在吃这个小美冰淇淋呢，速度有多快？好的。我们左边呢，穿着书豪球衣的这位帅哥，采取这个一大口拔的方式。那我们另外一位呢，穿着黑色衣服帅哥已经吃完了。 在女儿面前非常有自信的上篮成功，迅速的回到我们中间，拿起我们的小美冰淇淋 ，OK。好的，那谢谢我们这位帅哥，先到我们旁边稍等一下。那这位帅哥，来，冰淇淋，小美冰淇淋好吃吗？好吃，好，谢谢你。好，先到我旁边休息一下，可以慢慢享用哦。好，下一组请上前。好，我们尽我们所能就好了。对。OK， 好，那我们来准备哦。准备，3、2、1，开始。OK， 我们这位弟弟呢，看来平常很有吃冰淇淋的经验。
这个中间是有请到裁判，是不是？
对，我们中间这位穿着蝙蝠侠衣服的是我们今天特地请来的，好不好？指导员，我们的裁判。
Something to do with eating ice cream and laying the ball up. Certainly looks like fun at this ballpark. Lin Zilong and Tuong Kui on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, taking care of you guys on the English side of things. In a game of currently standing two playoff contenders, the Pilots are now sitting at number 2, and the Kings sitting at number 3 in the standings. After mid-game, we got the Dreamers update. After the first half of play, Kings are up by 2, 43-41. They had the advantage in the first quarter, and the Pilots kind of swung it back in the second quarter for sure, 26-19. One thing on the Kings side of things is they've done a very solid job scoring in transition, and sometimes it's so easy because they have a wide open basket thanks to their steals and turnovers caused on one side. Meanwhile, the Pilots are finding some success with ball screens after having all of their middle drive penetrations stripped away. And there you see will be a little bit of a defensive battle. Joseph Lin trying to shake off yesterday's game. A couple of floaters, getting some rhythm. And Kenny Manigault will definitely play a big role in this one, having made another exclamation play on the game. Thanks to that dunk down from the Yang Jingming pass. Over on the Pilot side, of course, you can expect plenty of Jason Washburn and Kennedy Meeks trying to score inside. Jason Washburn in particular, very impressive. I believe 3 dunks to his name already. Well, we only have 1 3-pointer made so far on the game. As we bring you the combined team statistics, the Kings do have the edge in rebounding, and they have 9 offensive boards, so that's definitely helping them out, despite the relatively low shooting percentage by both teams. And certainly 3-point shooting has been a case. It's really a contrast of 2 different teams, being that the Pilots keep bombing away, and the Kings have only taken 6. That's it for the first segment. A couple more minutes later, we'll bring you leading scorers after this.
记得好不好？再填写资料一下，我们就可以获胜者都有这个30个小美香草冰淇淋。
好，我们现在那个篮筐后面也在发放黄色的加油棒，好不好？等一下呢，下半场大家可以拿起来一起挥舞。现在有需要的朋友呢，可以跟我们工作人员索取。
好，那我们呢也非常感谢呢，我们今天有我们一起响应救鞋救命活动的球迷朋友们。好，在这之前呢，好不好？我们公布响应这个救鞋救命活动之前，先各位讲，我们呢新北国王联名卡，只要你有去办理，我们只要购票还有周边商品，通通9折。 那还有享有我们季后赛的优先购票权，只要到我们新北运动中心刷卡，还有10%的现金回馈。最重要的是，假设我们今天赢球，隔天时段到星巴克绑定 iCash Pay 消费，最高可以享有17% 的优惠。所以呢，大家还没有办我们新北国王王道联名卡的朋友，麻烦赶快呢去我们的王道银行参办里面去办理。好，在我们大荧幕上有拍到你的朋友们都可以挥挥手。好，这个刚刚是我们领航员啦啦队是吧？好，欢迎你们也到我们现场哦。不管是谁来，我们都非常欢迎，希望大家都可以在我们新庄城堡玩得非常开心哦。
Hello， 欢迎来到新庄体育馆，摇晃一下你的看板。
好，我们呢再一次把我们的目光放到我们上方的大荧幕啊，我们要来公布我们的禁卫军预测结果。那记得呢，预测成功的朋友要到我们的预测摊位去领取你的礼物哦。恭喜我们！
We're down to our last 3 weeks of the regular season. Next week starts with Hsinchu for 2:30 tip-off and Taipei at 5 p.m. That's for the weekend. Before that, we have 2 Lioneers games midweek, so they are very busy. Leading scorers, we'll start with the Road Pilots. Jason Washburn, 15. Kennedy Meeks, 12. Number 69, Justin Lu Xunshan with 6. Bai Yaochen and Li Jiakang. Starters for the squad. In fact, all 3 locals are the starters. 4 points and 2 points respectively. Over on the King side of things, nobody in double digits, but they spread the wealth. You could say Jeremy with 8, Joseph with 8, Kenny Manigault with 8, Wendell Lewis getting a start at center with 7 points, and Austin Day also a starter with the lone made 3 on the game so far. Definitely getting a sense that Coach Caminos' bench squad has a little bit of ways to go to help the team out a little bit more. Zhou Yishang, Guan Dayo, Alec Brown, 3 of their bench players, for example, over for now. The highlight before we go to break belonging to Kenny Manigault, showing off his athleticism. And of course, I hope they would show the steals. The league leader in that department, or near the league leader in that department, certainly won it last year, and also has the record for 10 steals in a game. So far, he's got 4. We have all 4 of those coming in the first quarter. About 4 minutes to the start of the second half after this.
check you and me and do your job. Herb is the name, then Baller did the chain. 12 what I watch.
The Plus League's Mr. Popular vote enters stage 2. Voting will go until Friday, May 3rd on the Plus League line account. In the second phase, all 8 participants will go head-to-head each day. Well, Jason Washburn will get the highlight package on the pilot side. 15 points, 7 of 10 shooting, and 8 rebounds there on the graphic. With his better half and newborn baby girl also in attendance, watching, or I guess sleeping through Dad's first game. Hopefully many more to come. I do recall that Elizabeth and his boys were in Taoyuan last year to take in some basketball games of Washburn. One of 3 imports last year with the squad, and this year with the rule changes, one of 4 imports. Talking it over with Justin and then Kyle, everybody taking a turn. Hopefully they're having a good enough time back there. It is right behind us at the broadcast booth. Pilots will start with the basketball. Washburn against Lewis for a look. Over to Jackie on the skip pass, short with the 3. Now that would have definitely changed things if Ramirez could draw something up and they get a 3-pointer right away. A double team and Jackie steps in front of it. Then she gets control, a little 3-on-2. Washburn slow with it and eventually letting it fall. Looking out on the court, it looks like same starters for both teams. At the game as a couple of pilots go down. Need a recovery here. Yankee shot fake with pull up. Lois window. Lewis cleans up the glass and missing from close range. Not the first time this happened this game. Washburn gathering and a whistle comes. Big reaction from the Kings bench. Jason Washburn smiling, but not exactly enthusiastic. There you see Joseph Lin, indeed, at least initially looking like he came down on the basketball. Unfortunately, once it's called, the referees can't take it back. Interestingly enough, they're going to give him a baseline out of bounds. Not exactly correcting the call. Ball gets away, and Joseph Lin of his choice. And will blow the layup. Austin Day nearby, and he's fouled and counted. So a bunch of things going kind of wacky to start this second half. You see Joseph Lin missing with the right hand, and then Day fouled, but then getting that right hand under it and in. In it goes. Just like that, Guan Dayo will check in for Pauian, and they want to protect him. He's got 4 personal. Nylons for Austin Day. Can hit is Justin, and Kings will take it out of the baseline. So in the starting point guard's place is number 6, Guan Dayo. 4-year pilot, was a rookie when the Plus League started. Kicked out as Austin Day has that one in and out. I don't think I've said that yet this game. Almost all the 3-point misses have not been exactly close. given a screen. Kick it and kick it around the Meeks on the block. 2 powerful dribbles and a wild fling, but Day, the foul. Trying to plead his innocence with both the calling official and the crew chief. There's a little bit of an argument if it's just about the foul up top. He's got 4 personal, but Kennedy Meeks trying to contend that there was a foul down low on the body. They're facing the Noodles over on the other side of the stadium, and it had an effect. And can't make the adjustment as the Jackal almost in there. He's been the real sneaky player out there. Steals and deflections when the Kings least expect it. Coach Marchand will let Day stay in there, perhaps for rotational considerations. Keep Kenny Manigault and Wendell Lewis in their rotation. Only 2 imports allowed on the court at any time as Lee Kai-in fires it across to Yang Jingyi. The screen comes, an early show, but he fires a wild pull-up. Blue loop pass for a 4-on-4 up court. Washburn going quick, losing it, getting it back, then losing it again. Lee Kai-in almost lost it and eventually will lose it out of bounds. Definitely a lot of sloppy basketball. They'll clean up the floor and the Pilots now face a little bit of Kings pressure. They back out of it. Jason Washburn demonstrating the easiest way. Have a big catch it right around the timeline. Pass and done as Justin trying to leave it for Meeks. And will be out of bounds off of the Kings over there. I don't know where they had the space. You see that nice arm lock. And then the bounce off of Meeks' hand, but off of Lee Kai-in's torso. Okay, so that's how we got there. Jackie given a step. Across the Guandayo. He'll throw it and miss. His long rebound will eventually land out of bounds for the Kings. Okay look, I would say, but definitely a very hurried shot motion. So the counter keeps ticking up. That's now 17 missed threes by the Pilots and 0 makes. You heard that right. Meanwhile, on the King side, only 1 for 8. How about Yang Jingyi? Oh, so close. Deep inbound as Meeks is triple teamed. Zhao Kong with a catch and shoot. Too quick. Meeks right there. Tripping over is Joseph Lin, caught up in the air. Austin Day right away going to the crew chief, trying to contend that Meeks is not blocking for position legally. Thankfully, everybody's all right after the play. Well, right now, Meeks is kind of stretching past the top of this arc. Now ready to go. Now it's starting to pile up. A lot of misses at the free throw line. I'd imagine Jason Washburn is telling him to get his self-talk going in a positive way. Right now, 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. And another miss. In the first half, the Pilots had a better free throw percentage, but it's now turned around. Foul on the perimeter. 2 on the Pilots, 3 on the Kings. 8 minutes left in the third. Wendell Lewis almost lost it out of bounds, but worked with Amigo in the corner, stuck. I think you had to throw it off of a Pilot there. Pilots have definitely done a good job kind of changing up that double team look. Whether they completely blitz it or just shade. Lee Kai-in no, as Guan Dayo charges in for the rebound. Needs that help. He'll go right to the rack, and on the clutch with the bounce. Number 6, Guan Dayo. He's now on the scoreboard with his first points of the game. So falling and jumping to steal. Joseph Lin thought he had him. I thought he had his teammate Wendell Lewis too. Now Justin trying to leave the pass behind, but it's going to be numbers for the Kings going the other way. Okay, stopping, popping, good with the 2. So a missed opportunity by one team turns into a score for the other. Washburn flipping a pass. Now it's Meeks' turn. Losing it. Joseph Lin, I think, came down with a double team. Looking for a teammate. They swing it to Lee Kai-in from the left corner. It looks like it'll be off of Joseph Lin. Pilots bench were about to throw an uproar. I think Joseph Lin knew it was off of him, so he was kind of anticipating the change of a call, or the referee pointing at Joseph, but it was toward the other way. Anyways, that's too much words as we head to the first stoppage here in the second half. Kings still with the lead.
兄弟就是你，别再发呆了。其实蛮好笑的哦。最后一颗好不好？环球购物中心500元购物金，给我一个尖叫声！你觉得哪一边比较大声？以为我要投给你们吗？
So I regret to inform our viewers, the low mark in three-pointers made so far on the season. Back a few weeks ago, game 94 between the Kings and Dreamers. Only 10 were made, and so far through this game, over 19 plus 1 for 10 is, if I do my math right, 1 for 29 so far. Kings certainly playing better than yesterday. Right now sitting with a 3-point lead coming out of the huddle. We left off with an out of bounds off of White. Looks like no substitutions made besides one Alex Brown. About 7 minutes in the first half. Easy still. Young Kings jumping the pass. Giving it back for Wendell Lewis. An easy lay. Guan Dayo tricking his defender. Jason Washburn with a two-handed putback dunk. A pretty good move by the backup point guard, but good that his teammate could there make sure they got the 2 points on the trip. Brown and a Washburn switch. Now Day's got a look, and another one. A 6-point lead for the Kings thanks to Austin Day's 3. Remember, it definitely pulled the game apart when he made his first. Jeremy just about ready to check in the game, and Alec Brown, beautiful rainbow and a good answer. A little 2-on-2 for the imports as Joe comes in. Back to Lewis, back to Joe. A little bit of help. Back to Wendell Lewis, jumping past one, and a great big man move to get to the reverse. Little Joe and Lewis action non-stop there. Jackie leaving it behind for Jason Washburn, making it easier and easier on the big man. He's got 21 points. Now with a step, missing it with the left hand as Lewis pulls it down. Picked over by Guan Da-Yo. And with the English, Joseph Flynn gets the score. Fancy spin on that one. 5 of 12 shooting for Joe, 10 points. Let's see who the substitutions are for both teams. See Jeremy eager to come in. Guess making the pass, then the shot as Jackie hits it out of bounds. Jeremy will come in for Joseph Lin, and on the other side, Zhou Yixiang and Chen Yurei, the Jeremy defender today. Dave, skip pass says Li Kaiyan, nice move. A little bit of a jab step. His easiest score of the night. It's not been that easy. Going around the world as Zhou Yixiang. He'll get a catch and shoot. That one's halfway down and out. Chance for the Kings to create some separation. Jeremy lining it up and leaving it way short. Baseline into a little bit of trouble as I don't know if that was a shot or a pass. Washburn will start a break. 4-on-2. The Pirates have been very poor with their fast breaks this game as Yang Jiming will flip it in. So it's now a 9-point Kings lead. Personal foul. It's going to be 4 for the Kings. You see Jeremy thought he got pushed into. Well, can't tell from that angle for sure, as to use a referee term, Washburn and Jeremy were stacked there, so unsure about the contact. A lot of help for Jason Washburn's post up. Somehow getting a layup attempt off. No foul there. Manigault fresh in the game has a bucket for Jeremy. So far this third quarter has been 18-11 for the Kings as after a little bit of a stumble, Alec Brown laying it in. And by stumble, I really mean the basketball took a funny hop, perhaps deflected. All the room in the world to operate and hitting the step back on Zhou Yixiang. Fancy move to bring the lead up to 12. Zhou Yixiang will try to counter and only getting the iron. Run out opportunity. Yang Jiming leaking ahead. Choosing better, but as Manigault, easy block by Brown. Got by one defender, foul on the way. Here's the Yang Jiming footwork, resulting in a beautiful splash from the left corner. Jason Washburn finally getting some rest in the third quarter. Free throws coming up. Jamie's still a 20 points per game scorer, despite taking a number of, shall we say, rehab games in the Plus League. By that I mean he wasn't getting pushed to perhaps his full allotment of 30-some-odd minutes played. 16, 21, 25, 22 yesterday. He's already had 17 in the first half. Alex Brown's got the much smaller Lee Cayenne guarding, spinning into some trouble as Kenny Ray shoveling it out back to Brown and airballs it. Right now the Pilots just don't have any rhythm on offense. That lack of shooting has got to be a concern. Meeks thought there was a switch as Austin Day swishes. This one just about getting away from the Pilots. They do have all three of their team timeouts in the second half. Meeks trying to go with power and flipping it wildly above the basket. Not much there, if you ask me, in terms of the illegal defense day. So Austin Day also having a nice turnaround effort today. 14 points, quickly becoming the leading scorer of the Kings. So under a minute to go. He'll try to step back. Considering time as Manigault saves it inbounds, but it's Pilots' ball. Boychamp flipping it up and a one-handed jam by Alec Brown. Good work by those two on the break. Like I said, in the third quarter, the Pilots have not done well in transition. So 9 seconds left. Jeremy will create a lot of space. Kenny Manigault ready to screen as he shakes one. Manigault hanging on to it, and a whistle comes. I think it's going to be Alec Brown there in the middle of the Pilots' defense. So Manigault will step up to the line. So far, 4 for 4. Couldn't even hear that one through the net. The Kings continue to balloon this lead in the game. Go with that one, and the second left. Meeks will at least have himself a rebound, but a frustrating quarter for the Pilots for sure. The Kings, though, they're not going to have any sympathy. Trying to get a long overdue dub here at home. We'll go to the fourth and final frame after this.
等一下呢，如果拍到你的话，好不好？做一个很嗨的表情或动作 ，Let's go！ 等一下这两位帅哥好不好？记得到我们小美的摊位去领取小美保冷袋。Hello， 哇哇哇，可以恭喜你们，但是我看得很难过，不知道为什么，眼泪不自觉的流下来了。Hello， 欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡 ，Show Your Energy， 跟我们的小美冰淇淋一起做一个很嗨的动作或表情。哇，可以！等一下呢，你们记得去小美的摊位领取小美保冷袋哦。可以，我喜欢。Hello， 两位美女，欢迎来到我们的新庄城堡。OK， 手上拿着我们的凯燕跟我们飙风玫瑰的这两位朋友，跟我们的大荧幕来比一点动作好吗 或是我们来自香港的朋友，欢迎你们来到我们的新庄城堡。等一下记得可以去我们小美摊位领取小美保冷袋。Hello， 我们的小国王。
Plus 球迷 ，Oh My Basketball 是我本人在爱语吧学英文吧，教你篮球的英文术语，欢迎大家点资讯栏的链接一起学习。So, if you're looking for any consolation, right now the Pilots' mark to beat is 4 made three-pointers, none so far in the game. And they would really go a long way for their possible comeback effort. Pauian, good no-hands defense on Yang Jingming. Very dramatic. The way he was insisting. Jeremy and Susan in the pick and roll as they swing it around. Now the pass does not get there. Taoyuan looking for Alec Brown there in the paint. Jeremy will hit. So after yesterday's 28-point blowout, I think the Kings are ready to serve one up themselves. Elton, he'll give it a try from the left corner. Well, the Lioneers 2 days ago set the low-scoring mark in a game in season 466. Out of bounds off of the Kings. Just gave them too much room. Changes into guards Henry Ray. Taoyuan flipping it up over the top, but not connecting. Lucky to hang on to it, thanks to the Kings hitting it out of bounds. Down screen, Taoyuan to a turnaround round. As Meeks will help his team to a team rebound, but I think rightfully so, looking for a little bit of help with the whistle. There you see shoving with Lewis, and I think you'd have an argument, if not for Toyota also jumping in there. More so than the fouls, the Pilots need to find some offensive flow. Clearly shooting the three is not really working for them. Besides an Alec Brown before? No, there as Meeks in the neighborhood, stripped away, and Jeremy will get a steal. Numbers for the Kings as Susan will try a side stepper. And, you can imagine the size of the house you can build with that big brick. Whistle in transition. You can see that the two teams have different opinions of that play. Definitely will say there's not no contact there by Susan. Jeremy will head to the bench. It will be a little too early to say his evening is over, but 14 points. And I would say his plus minus should be off the charts today. Very clearly, the Kings bench is outplaying the Pilots. Brown, a tough turnaround this time. He buries it. Brown just a point away from double-digit scoring. Easy made by Susan. Thinking of better taking a three with Alec Brown offering up a huge contest. Trying to get it back with the running hook. He used to be saying AB for Anthony Bennett. We have a new AB in town. So he almost causes a deflection against Joe. JJ adjusting to a miss as Neat strong rebound. Numbers for the Pilots as Zoe shot is stopped. There's the block shot Joe was looking for. Manigault remains it pours. 18-point margin right now. Manny Manigault, you see his line, 11 points, 7 rebounds. He also had a productive game yesterday, all things considered. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, as now there's a whistle. JJ trying to stay in front of Bialton. Bialton, because of his fouls, have very much a limited impact. 4 points and now a woefully short missed free throw. Had a pretty bad wrist injury in the middle of the season. So we'll just about make the minimums games played for any individual awards. Shaving off 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kenny Manigault looking for a pass, and he'll get it. Bialton only averages about 5.5 points per game, but overall plus 90 is productive. Ricochet of the basketball will stay over here. To go in the ball game. On the switch, Sushin is left open. Looking ahead to the calendar, both teams will be playing the Lioneers next weekend. Interesting feed as Meese trying to go with power and can't get it. Played on defense as Sushin will have that one rejected. Just hit the floater, he wouldn't have to worry about giving Alec Brown a block shot. Good job by 21 to stick with the play. Brown in the last game at 16 points on the season. Just 1.4 blocks per game. On the ball screen, flipping a pass. It's going to be a takeaway. Wu Junshan will be able to go coast to coast. Kings called the timeout. 7.5 to go in the game. Right now, still in the driver's seat. They want to talk things over, perhaps give the boys a little bit of a break. They're on a back-to-back. Pilots are fresh.
尖叫声给我们的新北国王啦队 New Taipei Queens。希望在这一季结束之前，大家可以把我们 Queens 的每一支舞都学起来哦。好了，有点难，没错，有点难。在我们大荧幕上的呢，是我们的 Amber。 还有我们一飞以及我们的蔡奇光 ，A.K.A. Vivian.
Coming up during the week, the Lioneers have a home game Tuesday night at 7 against the Braves, then Wednesday at 5 p.m. against the Steelers. A young fan, perhaps trying to get their bearing in the stadium. Always good to see, starting them when they're young. Back in the game. Jeremy will bring it up for it. Shake Taoyuan and missed the shot. A lot of defensive pressure swarmed him. In transition. Ethan will dribble, flip it up wildly, and still getting it to fall. It's definitely a tough one, and I would imagine they practice that. Over on this side is PLEAGUE with a similar move, maneuvering through the heart of the defense. Through contact, will get it off the bank. Previously was PLEAGUE's 6 points on the scoreboard. A 3-second call against Lewis. Joseph Lin was just about ready to put on a move. On this side, PLEAGUE. And then PLEAGUE, one of his strong suits, finishing through contact as Brown just a little bit strong with it. Well, the Kings lead right now at 13, not anything unsurmountable. As Day off rhythm, and Lewis couldn't get the tip. Justin and Alec in a ball screen. As they swing it around, there was a man down. Clock running. Justin is fouled. Again, the Kings bench, a big reaction from them. Another look. There's definitely not no contact. Bench finally calms down a little bit. Ethan this time going from the left to right, and that one stopped. Number for the Kings. Joe flipping it up, and Wendell Lewis with the power. That's a way to get back to the flow of things. We're under 5 minutes, just like that. Slip past to Washburn. Double team, through it, and in anyways. Step back on Taoyuan, former opponents in the CBA over in China. Taoyuan returned a couple of seasons ago, and in fact the two of them were teammates last year on the Steelers, though Taoyuan couldn't recover from his injuries to play with Jeremy. As you see the connection, good flip by Joseph Lin there, still on the run. Yang Jiming will check into the game. He was offering the biggest argument about the previous tripping foul. Or it really is a blocking foul. I'm sure the Kings didn't appreciate how Hu Junxiang fell to the floor. 11 points, 3 of 12 shooting. So far, 5 of 5 from the line. Pilots sitting on their lone three-pointer made by Alec Brown. A couple of makes here will make things really interesting. Kings have been just about okay. 5 of 19 is 26%. Drive kick to Li Kaiyan today in the corner. He's got a great look, but no. So close, and it's the Pilots going the other way. Justin hanging on to it and getting it on the left side. Finding that layup will make things interesting. 9-point game. Might have got away with the travel there. Pass off to Kyle to Manigault. He'll launch and knock it down. So pretty much all game, the Kings have had an answer. Washington a little too wild with that push shot. Quick take foul. Joey shot there on the perimeter. And look at Kenny Manigault. Patient with it. In a good form. Enthusiastic Kings fans reacting, of course. Back to a double-digit lead. How about the right side? No. Just one of those kind of games for both teams, really. This is typically a rather high-scoring environment. In fact, the first game these two teams played against each other, 123 to 113. Now Chen from top of the arc as Manigault take it away to Yang Jimmy throwing it way too deep. Yang Jimmy perhaps with the worst alley-oop toss we've seen this season, but 2 points anyways. Pilots finally call a team timeout here in the second half. 2.5 to go in the game.
Keep playing. Finish quick because you know they don't call the foul. Okay, but keep playing. Okay, then another one game more than every point can be fought. Go, go. Hold foot, hold foot, hold foot. Defend the pass.
Pilots kind of changed things up over there by taking the timeout right on the edge of their bench. Meanwhile, the Kings still talking things over in their huddle. Ryan Marchand still drawing on the board, trying to finish this one off. The last score in the game, if you're just tuning in, Yang Jingming, looking up on the board, has himself 9 points. And up to a 14-point lead for the Kings over the Pilots. Justin faking the pass and then missing the post one. A little bit of an overpass to Li Kaiyan. And make it through the buyouts and contest. Took a turn around the cylinder. Still got it to go. Big bounce and out for Taoyuan. Well, on the season, the Pilots were the last place three-point shooting team in the league, but looking up at their stats, they're still a 29.5% three-point shooting team. Incredible fadeaway, but it looks like Jeremy might have turned his ankle. Certainly would have a contest for a unsportsmanlike foul there. The bench has not exactly reacted with a substitution. Now Joseph's just about ready to go, but Jeremy making the fadeaway, but you see here, Pauian causing that left ankle turn. Kind of at the mercy of the referees if they want to review it. Despite taking the tech, I'm sure the Kings would still insist on at least the referees giving it a replay. Only a minute and 35. Don't think it's that big a difference whether it's on the team or whether it's on the bench. They'll still go to the monitor. Just because Jeremy's fading away doesn't mean he can get into his landing gear. In the Plus League, it is something you can upgrade to unsportsmanlike. And indeed, Pauian is landing exactly where Jeremy would be landing if you just look at cylinders. So certainly the referees would be in their right to upgrade this or to call an unsportsmanlike, as nothing was called before. The sneakers are already off. Jeremy's at the edge of the bench, I believe, for the Kings. Hopefully nothing too serious. So they will upgrade it to an unsportsmanlike, though I'm sure the Kings would have liked them to do it a little bit more urgently than they were. During the review, Pauian did run over to apologize. Sure, he'd rather it not happen at all. So with the unsportsmanlike called, there's these two free throws and I believe possession coming up. Of course, good on the referees to make sure they get this technical free throw in before. Justin will bring his total up to 15 points. As we're looking at the Pilots having their record lowered to 21 wins and 13 losses. Going a little bit further behind from the Dreamers. Meanwhile, the Kings expecting to move up to 18 wins and 16 losses. Not just a simple ankle turn. Seems like a long conversation over there on the bench. You're as knowledgeable and has as much experience as Jeremy, perhaps. It's a little bit longer of a conversation. Backdoor lead Pauian to Kenny Manigault, erased by Alec Brown's block. But number 21 still playing hard, ambushing a possible layup attempt there. So with only 0.4 seconds left, being offered up a prayer of a layup. 70 seconds left to go in the game. Pilots trying to get a little bit more of a positive takeaway. Cosmetic points for Jason Washburn, now up to 25 points. He does lead all scorers in the game. So a couple of possessions left. Joseph Lin, who's got 11 points, to Kenny Manigault. With that layup will bring him up to 16, and it looks like the Pilots content with dribbling this one out. So after falling to the Dreamers a few weeks ago by 17, they've now sandwiched a 10-point win against the Lioneers, but the final score of 94-76, like I said, is the first Kings win in a few months now. So again, the apologies to the two players. And the two teams will break from the court with the Kings winner. The Pilots, curiously enough, have not had a great winning percentage on Sunday games on the road. On Saturdays, they score 103 points per game. Only one game not scoring above 90, a 4 wins, 2 loss record. But on Sundays, they only score 93 points per game. But this one's going to take that one down. Have only a 3-win, 5-loss record. We'll go to break before returning for our player interview. Wrap things.
好的，大家来给我们的奥地 Austin Day make some noise, make some noise for Austin Day. 当然呢，接下来还有我们的例行公事，也就是我们说好的签名球衣以及签名鞋一样。 把你们的尖叫声跟热情，让我们的书豪看见以及听见，好吗？大家来给我们书豪一点掌声，谢谢。我们书豪有请我们的工作人员。 代替呢，书豪来发放今天的球衣以及球鞋。那我们当然也希望所有的球员，我们包括我们国王球员，不管哪一队的球员都可以，好不好？好好的保护自己，然后也希望我们不要受伤。感谢各位，那我们呢下一次的主场见，感谢你们。
Once again, the final score 94-76 for the new Taipei Kings to get the victory. There's the combined team statistics where Pilots, despite shooting well from 2-point range, where they were nearly 57%, thanks to Jason Washburn, Alec Friend, and Kennedy Meeks in the middle, not having a 3-point attack really hurt them on the game, as they did take 28 attempts. Even 8 made free throws wouldn't have made the difference. Meanwhile, the Kings play scrappy, grab more rebounds, and at some point control the turnover game enough. 87 shots to 80 shots. For a game that wasn't very flashy for the Kings, they really demonstrated exactly what Coach Marchand is talking about, keeping up the energy, keeping up the ball movement. 5 players score in double digits. And on the game, the team also had 20 assists. And the crowd is filing out. We're just about ready to preview the upcoming games. Tuesday night, Lioneers host the Braves in a very important matchup with playoff implications. The two teams only a game and a half apart in the standings. There will be an English broadcast in that one. So hopefully we'll have to monitor possible absence of Jeremy Lin after that ankle turn. He turned in 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists after, curiously enough, having no assists yesterday. His first in the Plus League career after winning top assist getter last year. So on behalf of Julian and Mark,